Today, we're going to talk about 6 things that you can do today to become better at selling. And I'm going to show you how you can pay for getting customers without having to use money to get them. But let's start with the first one: why people hate sales. Have you ever noticed that most people say they hate sales? They hate being sold to. That's the actual problem. They hate sales calls. They hate being pressurized. But here's the truth: people don't hate buying, they hate being convinced. And there's a big difference. Convincing happens when the seller is trying to force that decision. Selling, the real selling, is helping someone make a decision they already want to make. Now, this video, I'm going to show you how to sell premium high value offers, high investment offers without pressure, persuasion, tricks, or awkward energy. And then we're going to connect this to something deeper, your identity, because the way you sell is directly tied to how you think. Now, let's just look at a little bit the core beliefs that change everything. First one: sales is the foundation of every business. It doesn't matter what industry you are in. Coaching, consulting, law, medicine, digital marketing does not matter. If there is no sale, there's no business. So if you are secretly resenting selling, you will sabotage your income. And this is where Ava comes in. Ava is an AI mindset tool that helps you catch your limiting beliefs before they become a spiral. Because most resistance to selling isn't tactical, it's mental. It's that fear of rejection, the fear of judgment, the fear of being too much. Now, low pressure selling starts with cleaning up your thoughts about money and value, and obviously your identity. The second one is scarcity has a smell. Unfortunately, people can feel desperation. So when you sell from a place of desperation and you say, I need this client, I hope they say yes, or I can't afford for them to say no, I need the money, you create pressure, subconscious pressure, not because you're pushy, but because your energy is contracted. Now, low pressure selling requires abundance thinking, not fake positivity, but grounded confidence. That identity shift changes everything. Then, number 3, be the consultant, not the commander. Now, most people try to tell others what they need. It's like walking into a doctor's office without a consultation and it tells you, I think you need open heart surgery. Now, this is what creates resistance. Instead of asking questions, helping them see the gap themselves, when someone articulates their problem and their own desired outcome, that's when they don't feel sold. They feel understood, and that's what people pay for, that clarity. And that's exactly what Ava helps you to get that clarity, to actually find your voice in a sometimes saturated space. Now, the third one is stop chasing. Start becoming findable. Now, most entrepreneurs are hunting. They call DMs, they're hot close, endless outreaches, posts. Instead of asking, how do I find buyers? Rather ask, how do I become so clear and valuable that buyers find me? And that's where content comes in. Create what I call community service content, not free content, content that you would have been able to sell because of the value that was so incredibly high. Content that solves real problems. Content that shows how you think. When you build an audience with real value, lead generation becomes natural. Always remember your audience first, lead second. And then the next one, the premium value offer framework. Now let's reframe something that is very important. Stop calling your high ticket a high ticket. That language focuses on what you get. Start calling it a premium value offer. Can you see the shift? Because what matters is what they get. And here is how to structure it. Number 1, be very specific about who you help. Not everyone, not any entrepreneur. Choose a specific group, ideally people who have the means, who have urgency, want growth, and specificity builds authority. Clarity is key. Second one, solve the problem they know they have. Don't try to educate someone into realizing they have a problem with sales call. Solve the problem they are already aware of. They don't wake up thinking, I need mindset integration frameworks. They wake up thinking, I'm stuck. My income is inconsistent. I can't scale, and meet them there. Third one, sell the payoff, not the process. They don't care how many modules you have. They don't care how the system works. They don't care about workbooks, spreadsheets, dashboards, frameworks. They care about the outcome. What they can do after working with you that they can't do now. If you can answer that question, then you have a sale almost ready to be signed. More revenue, more confidence, more clarity, more leverage. Sell the transformation, not the mechanics. Then the fifth one, where value actually comes from. Value doesn't come from price. It comes from perception. And perception comes from three places. And it is crucial that you understand these three places that perception is actually formed. First one is past perceived voids that has been missing from their life or their business for a long time. So because I've missed something from my past, it becomes now perceived value for me in the here and now. The present perceived virtues, what do they deeply value right now? So if I am struggling with my health and I didn't struggle with that in the past, this becomes valuable to me now. Freedom, status, growth, whatever. And then future perceived vision. What do they want their life or business to look like? Now, when your offer connects to those three dimensions, it becomes obvious. Not pressured, obvious. Where Ava fits into all of this is here's the part that most people miss. Low pressure selling isn't a script problem. It's an identity problem. If you spiral before going live, if you over explain, if you discount too quickly, if you avoid making offers altogether, that's not strategy. That's unexamined pattern thoughts. This is where Ava comes in. Ava helps you catch the scarcity thinking before it leaks. She helps you interrupt the fear of rejection, clarifies your positioning, anchors it into identity of someone who sells from certainty, not from scarcity anymore, because premium selling requires premium identity. And then in closing, if you want to sell without pressure, stop convincing, start clarifying, stop chasing, start becoming findable, and stop selling the process, start selling the payoff. And most importantly, fix the thought before you fix the tactic. Because when your thinking is clean, your selling feels natural. And when selling feels natural, it stops feeling like selling. It feels like service. So how do you pay for getting customers without paying money for them? You pay attention to what they want. And that is exactly why I created Ava. I paid attention to business owners that didn't know how mindset fits into the bigger picture when we know that mindset is the key to your business success. So if you want to find out how Ava, your AI mindset system, can catch the thoughts for you before they become limiting beliefs, before they become spiral, the link will be down below. And I promise you, your life will never look the same. See you on the inside.